My name is Ricketts. I'm the commercial horticulture agent at the UF Artist Extension in St. Lucie County. And here I have...
Hi, I'm Kate Rotindo. I'm the urban horticulture agent for St. Lucie County Extension.
So Kate, we have a palette of grass here. And it is Citra Blue. So the first thing that you have to do before you install the grass is you have to look at the site to see if the site is suitable for the grass that you have in mind or the plant that you have in mind. So Citra Blue, which is a new grass that was released in 2018. It is good for sun and it's good for shade.
And this is the St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, yeah, it's a cultivar of St. Augustine grass. But also, preparation is very important. What are some of the things that we do for preparation?
Oh gosh. Well, making sure that we have good drainage, making sure that, well, you guys have done a great job getting all of the sticks and material out of here, so we have a nice soft layer to put down your turf grass so that it gets really good root structure and has a healthy start to its life.
Okay, so what about water, irrigation?
Yeah.
We also need to make sure that wherever we're going to put the grass, there is irrigation, or if you have to use a water hose. Because especially, I looked last night online and I realized since we are in March, we got only just about over an inch of rain for like 10 weeks.
Yeah. Right.
So it's very important that we find the water source close by before we put down the grass. So go back to what you said about making sure that the soil is well prepared. Because if you put down the grass or lay the grass with existing weeds, and what's going to happen?
Yeah, you're probably going to end up with some trouble. The weeds are really possibly going to be able to come up through that turf grass. They're going to be stealing that water and nutrient that you're trying to get to that new sod that you're putting out. So starting out with good site preparation is probably the best thing that we could do so that the sod ends up being healthy.
Okay, so we also have another palette of different cultivars of St. Augustine grass, because what we're going to do, we're going to just try to see what will grow best, and we can compare the different type of grasses around here. So should I just take the grass and just put it down like that? That's how it works?
Probably not the best practice. You definitely want to make sure that things are close together when you're laying down your sod, making sure that you have good contact with the soil.
Okay, so
yeah.
You're talking about...
It looks like little pieces of carpet.
So we'd have to make it as very close as possible.
Yeah.
Because why? Because you don't want the weed to come between the space.
Yeah.
And also, what you want to make sure you don't do, all these seams right here, you don't want them to align with each other.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like laying bricks.
So you want to lock them.
Pavers. Yeah.
Okay. So we do it like that so that we don't have a lot of weeds.
You get good contact.
Good contact.
Yeah. So then eventually when it all grows in, it's going to really look like one nice healthy surface of turf grass.
And what about making sure that the surface is smooth or flat? Because right here, I see something right here.
Yep.
Something going on right here. Where if I put it up here, wow.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good.
Yeah. You want to make sure it's nice and level. It drains really well. These high spots might be issues later on, so making sure that it's really nice and smooth before you're laying out that.
And when you're mowing the grass,
yeah,
it's like the mower is gonna be up, down,
Yeah.
so you're not gonna have it all smooth.
Yeah, because you could probably, especially with this piece, you could easily scalp that. However, depending how your mower is set, that right, is it 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5.
3.5 inches for St. Augustine.
Well, I want to tell you about this Citra Blue. It should be 2.5.
Ah, it's shorter.
Shorter
Okay.
than the Floriton.
Okay.
And you use a big word not too long ago, scalping. What is scalping?
Well, when you mentioned the mower, when it's set really low, and this piece of turf grass is higher, the blade actually might cut this nice piece of healthy turf grass a little too short, and that's not really healthy for that turf grass.
So it will put the grass under stress.
Yeah.
And if you cut the grass too low, what's going to happen is that you're going to start having weeds. So you're going to start having weed problem, and you're going to have problem with the roots not going deep enough.
Yeah.
Later on, you're going to use fertilizer, right? But how do we know, what fertilizer to use?
Those U.S.
Soil
License
test?
resources, yeah.
Soil
Using
test.
that soil test and then the recommended rates that we have.
Okay, so what the soil test does, it will tell you what nutrient is locking in the soil. It also will tell you the pH of the soil,
Yep.
right? So before you go and spend $200 or more on a pallet of grass, it is advisable that you go and you get a soil test, so that the pH is not too high, the pH is not too low, because it's very difficult to change pH, right?
Yeah.
How difficult is it?
It's hard to change those high pHs, which are really common in urban soils. So, that right plant for the right place, and making sure that turf grass is really going to be optimal for that site, always starts with that soil test.
So always start with the soil test, so that as we say, take the guess out of the get the guess out of the game.
Yeah.
So the soil test tells you everything that you need. Anything else you would like to talk about?
I'm excited to see the different cultivars that you have at the extension office, because I think once things get laid and watered in and start to really take root, then we're really going to see how the different cultivars react to our soils here. I think it's just going to be a nice demonstration for people to see different cultivars of St. Augustine grass in real life.
Okay, thank you very much for this discussion.
Thank you.
And I look forward to having more discussions like this in the near future.
Me too. Thank you,
very much.
Grantley.
Thank you.
Thank you.